Yes, after many months of online classes, I am so glad to be back to school.
So true, Jaden. Being a new admission, I'm not familiar with our school campus. I'm so happy to go around our school campus.
Come, Chloe, let me take you around.
What a beautiful fountain in the middle of such a wonderful garden. Whose statue is this, Jaden?
This is the statue of our patron saint, St. Michael. Do you know today being the 29th of September, we are celebrating the feast day of St. Michael? Happy feast day, Chloe.
Happy feast to you and all our Michaelites. Can you tell me more about St. Michael?
Sure. St. Michael is the greatest of all the angels. He threw the devil out of heaven. We usually think angels as good. But at one time there were some bad angels headed by Lucifer. They thought they were more powerful than God. St. Michael is honored for defeating Lucifer. He threw the bad angels out of heaven. To know more about St. Michael, let us watch a video.
Archangel Michael is the prince of the archangels, and of the angelic hosts, the defender of the faith, the angel of deliverance, and his divine complement is Archie of Faith. Michael leads God's armies against Satan's forces in the book of Revelation, where during the war in heaven he defeats Satan. In the Epistle of Jude, Michael is specifically referred to as the Archangel Michael. Who is the Archangel Michael? Scripture often refers to the Archangel Michael as a chief prince of the heavenlies. Michael will play a significant part in end-time events. This angel leads a host of angels in a victorious war over Satan and his demons in Revelation 12. Michael is not merely one of the angels, but the head of a battalion of angels, though not their ultimate leader. That would be God.
Thank you, Jaden, for enlightening me about St. Michael.
You're welcome, Chloe.
There are no good schools without good principals. It just does not exist. And when you have good principals, great teachers come, they stay, they work hard, and the school grows. All the principals who have worked in St. Michael's have strived hard to build character, inspire dreams, encourage creativity, and build confidence in each one of us. They have instilled a love for learning, touched our hearts, and changed our lives forever. Now we have our ex-principals wishing us on this special day.
Dear Michaelites, 29th September is known as Michaelmas. It is also called as the feast of Saint Michael and all angels. Saint Michael is the patron saint of St. Michael's Academy, whose feast is celebrated today and school day as well. I share a special bond with St. Michael's Academy as I was associated with this institution for a number of years. Gratitude, respect and pride, these words sum up how I feel about St. Michael's Academy. I have watched the evolution of St. Michael's Academy since then with great interest, and I can say with confidence that the institution has every reason to be proud of its achievements. I am sure that St. Michael's Academy, with its rich experience in education, can also build on its strength and rise to the challenges ahead. It gives me a great pleasure to be a well-wisher of this institution that excels in academic, co-curricular and as well extracurricular activities. This is accredited to the school staff that shape children into well-molded young adults to lead our country to triumph. The credit also goes to the parents for all the support they provide to the school, and most importantly to the students who display a high degree of dedication towards studies and other activities. This great institution has been at the heart of the city and the lives of our people throughout its history. You are, my dear students, very privileged to study in this unique environment. My dear students, always respect your teachers and your parents and listen to them, and they will take care of you. If you have the dream, a wish and a goal in your study career, then you will go to a higher level in life. To achieve your target, obviously you have to struggle and pursue. This is the fact that nothing is possible without hard work, persistence and pursuit. Success has no shortcut. Hence, be responsible, be sincere and be creative. And I wish that your future will be the brightest ever. Remember, your family, your friends expect much from you, and rightly so, because you are the future leaders of our nation. I am sure that you will carry the flame of the values of St. Michael's Academy wherever you are and whatever you do, whatever the positions you hold. On this happy occasion, may I congratulate the school again on its remarkable achievements and wish her continued success in the future. All the best. God bless you.
At the very outset, I want to wish the staff, the students, the parents and everybody in St. Michael's Academy a very happy feast day. May St. Michael's continue to bless the school as he always has done in the past. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to wish you in a very visual way on this memories of being the principal of St. Michael's in the year 2003. And I carry with me a lot of rich experiences of having worked together with a wonderful staff and a wonderful group of students and management. In fact, it was a very pleasant year till I was called to higher duties as the provincial of the Brothers of St. Patrick for a period of 3 years and complete a term of principalship. But I was happy that even the 1 year that I spent was one of my most interesting and most happiest years that I spent. God bless you all, and may St. Michael's always prosper and be one of the best schools in Chennai. God bless you.
And wish you all a very happy St. Michael's Day. May SMA and all associated with her be blessed abundantly today and in the days to come. My journey as a principal began in St. Michael's Academy, and therefore she occupies a special slot in my life. To be brutally honest, the news of my appointment as principal of SMA way back in 2005 literally sent a shiver or two down my spine. But within a couple of weeks of being in this serene and caring campus, I was at ease. The credit for this instant feel at ease I attribute to the competent and humane staff, both teaching and non-teaching, very supportive and understanding parent body, and the forever vibrant, enterprising and immensely talented Michaelites. Although my association with SMA is limited to just 2 academic sessions, the enriching experience gained undoubtedly would last a lifetime. I can vividly recall the students, especially the seniors, who were both smart and tricky, at the same time quite unassuming, responsible, innovative, and very loving. The gentle, at the same time quite firm teaching faculty has always been the trademark and strength of SMA, and I have heard volumes about them from the well-meaning and quite devoted alumni from time to time. The ferocious attachment of students and teachers to their allotted houses and the deafening shouts of encouragement, especially during the annual athletic meet and center stage, is something I am yet to experience elsewhere. Nearly 15 years or so has passed since my exit from SMA, and I know that the campus has changed tremendously for the good. Many of the then teaching and non-teaching staff members have retired and new faces have come in. The then Michaelites have transformed themselves into fine gentlemen and ladies doing very well in their life. But the enigmatic aura that SMA emits is infectious, unique, and continues to inspire. That makes SMA special for all who enter her portals. I wish Brother Thomas and team, the alumni, parent fraternity, and the Michaelites a very happy feast and the very best of everything. May SMA grow from strength to strength, and may she spread her exuberance around the globe through each one of you. Wish you all God's choicest blessings, success, and happiness always. Thank you very much.
Life is a journey with problems to solve and lessons to learn, but most of all, experiences to enjoy. Wish you all a very happy feast day, my dearest Michaelites. Memories are the part and parcel of everyone's life. Michaelites are always excellent in studies, extracurricular activities. There is no doubt about it. Happy to share with you that we as a Michaelites, parents, children, teaching and non-teaching fraternity, worked as a team to reach out to the deserving people, taking our outreach program to the villages, helping the needy during the flood relief, and bringing in lots of innovative ideas, creative methods in our teaching and cultural activities. Suffering makes one stronger. Thanking and grateful to all the parents, children, teaching and non-teaching fraternity for standing with the SMA family, putting up with the makeshift classrooms, during the starting of the ICSE board, during the construction of the new building, etc. We always cherish that it is our teamwork that made us to excel in all our undertakings. Remembering the departed souls, the parents, children, teaching and non-teaching fraternity of our SMA family. Thanking them, thanking each and every one of them, and may Almighty God grant them the eternal reward. We are grateful to all our teaching and non-teaching fraternity, present and the past, for your untiring commitment, dedication, team spirit, supports and guidance, and above all, your lovely presence in our SMA family. Thanking and wishing the best of everything to all our beloved Michaelites, our children and our students past and the present. The purpose of our lives is to add values to the people of this generation and those that follow. Wish you all once again a very happy Peace Day, my dearest Michaelites, and God bless us. Thank you.
Greetings of the day to Brother Thomas Pushparaj, Principal, Brother Isidore, Vice Principal, teaching and non-teaching staff, PTA members, students of the present and the past. At the outset, I considered it my duty to place on record my heartfelt condolences on the passing away of 3 of our beloved teachers with whom I too have been associated. May their souls rest in peace. I am humbled and honored to take this opportunity as a privilege to share my thoughts with you all on this memorable occasion. I would like to begin by quoting Napoleon Hill, who said that it is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. My first appointment at SMA as a principal made me feel like I was walking all alone into a vast open ocean with not even a single familiar face to interact with other than Brother Johnson, whom I had succeeded. But this feeling of newness quickly disappeared simply because the teachers, parents and students instantly accepted me as one among them, and this laid the foundation for me to start my work without any inhibition. It was a great learning experience for me, as I was fortunate enough to work with brothers Pasca, Thomas Pushparaj and well-associated PTA members. I am so grateful to them for their selfless support, unstinted cooperation and valuable guidance. When I look back, I don't think I have achieved anything great as an individual, but as a team of brothers, staff, students and parents, we have surely worked and carried out the activities of the institution in line with our motto, receiving to share. Every day was a unique day for 3 years with all its ups and downs. I must acknowledge that the walks and the talks that I have had those 3 years with all of you were very enriching and motivating. I would like to take this opportunity to wish each one of you all the best as you continue to strive to reach greater heights. I wish and pray that as teachers, workers, students, parents and well-wishers, every time you walk in and out of the campus, may you continue to feel and experience the ethos and motto of the SMA family. I would like to conclude my message by quoting the words of an anonymous writer who said, "We are not a team because we work together. We are a team because we respect, trust and care for each other." May you all remain safe and healthy during this pandemic situation. Let us continue to remain together in our prayers. I humbly request you all to roam with me in your prayers, which will certainly help me to walk in a path that is true, honest and sincere. Thanking you all, and may God bless each one of us. Signing off, Brother Jay Sealing.
Now we would like to invite our principal, Reverend Brother Thomas Pushparaj, to inspire us with his precious words.
A very good morning to all of you, respected Vice Principal, members of the faculty, and my dear Michaelites. First and foremost, let me wish you all a very happy feast day of St. Michael, the patron saint of our school. Let me introduce you a great personality, Mr. Robin Sharma, a global humanitarian, leadership legend, the author of the book called Who Will Cry When You Die? He has coined a term called Angels of Evolution. Anyone who is causing you problems, struggles, and challenges in life might be called an angel of kinds. They are the messengers trying to teach you a lesson to get you into a next level of greatness. A boy named Kumar lives in a village and hails from a lower strata of the society. Soon after completion of his higher secondary, he joined a supermarket to work as a salesperson to eke out a living. He was paid a decent salary, so he was able to support his parents. Years passed. Kumar took so much passion towards his work, and he enjoyed thoroughly the work that he was doing. The job of a salesperson demands one to stand on his one's feet for a longer period of time without sitting. Subsequently, Kumar developed a medical condition called varicose vein, and he had to quit his job since he started deteriorating with his ill health. There are thousands of salespersons who are slogging day and day out to earn their livelihood. They are bearing the brunt of that suffering of not able to sit while at work. They are the silent crusaders whose agony go unnoticed. But just like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, their prayers have been heard. In the Tamil Nadu Assembly, an act has been passed recently. This act gives the salesperson the right to sit while at work. This has come as a great relief for thousands of salespersons who are slogging day and day out to meet their livelihood. However, the effectiveness of this act lies in its effective implementation. To me, those who have passed this act are angels who have brought a glimpse of light and abundance of tears in the lives of salespersons across our state. Next, I would like to talk about a famous pilgrim center located in a small town. Thousands of devotees throng to this holy place to get a blessing from their favorite god. Devotions are organized very systematically. Devotees who frequent this site get satisfied after submitting all their prayers and petitions, hoping for abundance of blessings and graces. The authorities of the Pilgrim Center are profoundly happy as they receive income both in cash and kind. The pilgrim site is very progressive and developing in all aspects. However, in the same premises, there are hundreds of service staff, namely sweepers and scavengers, who are not very happy working there. It is because they are being paid a meager amount of 2,000 per month as a salary. This is the sheer exploitation on the service staff, which exposes the paradoxes and contradictions of life. Will their voice be ever heard by God or their concerned authorities? They are suffering silently. Their utter helplessness and vulnerability refrain them from shifting to some other job. Here in this incident, the angels are missing. Even though the Pilgrim Center is the abode of God, we are extremely happy and contented to do all kinds of rituals and devotions. However, we close our eyes to the harsh realities of life that are happening right under our nose. The role of angel is to protect, guard, and care for people. We believe that St. Michael's, the patron of our school, protects us from all dangers and adversities. One of our past students who made a remark about her schooling like this: St. Michael is not merely a school, but it is a home for me. I feel loved and accepted. The management, the teaching and non-teaching staff have worked years to create a homely ambience and build up a reputation for this great institution. My dear students, what are you all aiming to be when you step out of the portal of this great institution? Have you all given a thought as to what role you would have in society once you settle down in life? On the feast day of our patron saint St. Michael, I would like to open your mind to the vital truth of life. Whatever be your capacity in your career, I encourage each one of you to resolve that you should be able to mold yourself in such a way, able to play the role of an angel, to comfort and to serve the most deserving people with your love, kindness and compassion and all the values you imbibe from this great institution. Establishing justice to all must be your call of duty. Only then all people around you can recognize that you are brimming with joy and happiness to become an angel. You stand to replicate the true meaning of an angel. Let us not be merely satisfied by offering flowers and garlands and worshipping the statue of St. Michael, but to wear those noble virtues of an angel and bring that divine light to illuminate the darkness in the life of others, especially the most deserving ones of our society. I wish you all a very happy feast day. May the St. Michael, our guardian angel, protect and preserve you now and forever. Thank you.
Sometimes only one good song brings back thousands of good old memories. Let's listen, our dear ex-Michaelites.
I've walked among the shadows, you wiped my tears away. I've felt the pain of heartbreak, and I've seen the brighter days. And I've prayed praise from heaven, from my lowest place. And I have held the blessings God you give and take away. No matter what I have, your grace is enough. No matter where I am, I'm standing in your love. On the mountains I will bow my life to the ones who set me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, and no, I am not alone. You God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone. I've watched my dreams get broken. In you I hope again. No matter what, I know I'm safe inside your hand. On the mountains I will bow my life to the one who set me there. In the valley I will lift my eyes to the one who sees me there. When I'm standing on the mountain, I didn't get there on my own. When I'm walking through the valley, and no, I am not alone. You're God of the hills and valleys, hills and valleys, God of the hills and valleys, and I am not alone. Father, you give and take away every joy and every pain. Through it all you will remain, over it all. Father, you give and take away every joy and every pain. Through it all you will remain, over it all. On the mountains I will bow my life, yeah. The valley I will lift my hills and valleys, and I am not alone.
Since the beginning of last year, the world has been in the grip of coronavirus, which has caused tens and thousands of deaths. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on our world and cost millions of their lives. It disrupted economies and education systems and taken away our livelihoods. Together, let's witness a video presentation on the impact of COVID-19 pandemic by Bastion of Well-Being.
Was reported in Wuhan, China on 31st December 2019. The government had decided to issue a strict lockdown in such a big city to prevent the further spread of this unknown virus.
那封城这个决定，这其实上是一个非常艰难的决定，这么大的。
The virus spread rapidly. This had led to a major burnout in Wuhan's medical department.
We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
India's first case of coronavirus has been reported from Kerala.
Many people had lost their lives in the second wave of COVID.
The first case of COVID in Tamil Nadu was reported on 7 March 2020. An old man had tested positive for the virus, making him the first person in Tamil Nadu to be reported. He had returned to India from Oman and was in a government hospital in Chennai. On June 30, 2020, with 2,392 cases, Chennai had reported its highest number of cases from its first wave, and vaccination had just started all over in India. Chennai since then has been doing better. We would like to deeply thank all of the frontliners for helping us in this fight.
School plays a vital role in our life. It defines one's personality and empowers us with opportunities to become successful individuals. I am proud to say that many of our ex-Michaelites have worked hard to bring about essential improvements in the society during this pandemic.
From testing for coronavirus to treatment, from planning the diet to caring for street animals during corona, our ex-Michaelites have all played a very important role. Many of them have risked their life as they continue to fight a prolonged battle against a deadly and highly contagious illness with no known cure. They are the warriors fighting this disease on the front line, staying away from their loved ones to keep others safe.
Hi, I am Ajit Veta. I remember the schooling at St. Michael's from 5th standard when we were part of an old building along the Adayar River. I still remember the music classes and the games we played under the trees with my classmates. We moved to a new building a year later. I finished my schooling and went on to do my higher studies in MBA in Loyola College. I am currently the COO of South at Metropolis, which is a national diagnostic chain. We have a very skilled team of expert clinicians and technicians who over the past 2 years have been able to extensively reach out and help the community greatly. We have also been able to create an awareness about the pandemic and help people equip themselves to endure this tough season. The first case of COVID-19 was reported on Jan 30th, 2020, which was a student who returned from Wuhan. After that, a few more cases were reported in February and by March. Thousands of people were fighting for their lives in hospitals. WHO assessed this outbreak, and we were very concerned about the alarming rate or spread and levels of severity. By March 11th, more than 118,000 cases were reported across 114 countries, and WHO concluded that COVID-19 was a global pandemic. This global pandemic virus was a threat to the public health and the economy. Terms such as lockdowns, social distancing, wearing of masks were introduced into our lives and is now part of our everyday language as the pandemic continues to impact us. By the end of March, the demand for COVID-19 testing was at its peak. In order to reduce transmission, we needed to identify the individuals who were affected through testing so that they could be isolated. During this time, while the people of the nation were put on lockdown to reduce the spread of the virus, the frontline workers put themselves at high risks by continuing to work in the laboratories. The biggest challenge we had to face was to test and care for COVID-19 affected patients while simultaneously making sure that frontline workers were safe. These medical professionals had to adapt to new information and learn to diagnose patients while following protocols in order to keep themselves safe while caring for patients. There were many hospitals, cancer institutes, and government institutions that needed our help with testing patients as they were not equipped with the appropriate technology. We were able to send additional technical teams to these institutes. We had also started testing at home and partnered with a number of clinics, nursing homes, and hospitals to provide reports within 4 hours. We also set up medical camps for government students and spread into remote locations across Tamil Nadu. Even though this global pandemic had been a time of uncertainty, we were able to learn some valuable lessons. We learned that we were stronger when we acted together. Only because of our teamwork, we were able to face this pandemic. Our purpose was to save lives. Everyone risked their lives during this time to bring a smile on a patient. During the lockdown period, within 15 days, we were able to set up the lab with the required materials and recruit skilled healthcare professionals who adapted to the unprecedented situations bravely. My team embraced cooperation. At the start of the second wave, there was a massive surge in COVID-19 cases. There was a lot of pressure to expand our infrastructure to reach the masses across Tamil Nadu. We worked round the clock with hospitals and government corporations to provide support and help reach out to the rural areas, not only to test, but also to support the vaccination drive. Through testing and vaccination of the society, we were able to partner our true vision of saving lives. Our personalities are shaped by our experiences. I was tested positive and was isolated. Much as I like my solitude, this was an altogether different ballgame. All alone in a room, seeing no one and not knowing how or when it would all end, I realized how the situation has really unknowingly slowly made me more patient, less vulnerable and more robust. I don't think I can express my feelings in words for those who kept me going during those weeks. Throughout my career, I have seen people do extraordinary things when motivated with the right purpose. Value is established throughout one's life as a result of the accumulating life experiences, and I am indebted to my school, which inculcated these values of receiving to share. It has helped me to live in the present, be hopeful, be resilient, and be inspirational during these tough times. The best days of my life was definitely the ones in school when I was playing cricket. I played for the under-19, won trophy for the school at Venkat Subbarao, Don Bosco cricket events. Playing cricket taught me the value of teamwork and taught me to appreciate and respect each member. These core values helped shape me to be the person I am today. I am thankful to all the teachers and my principal, Brother Francis Xavier, and I am truly proud to wear the badge of a Michaelite.
Hi Meeta and hi Gohan.
Hi, this is Gohan here. I'm a Michaelite right from LKG from 1996 up to 2010, and I'm currently doing my DM nephrology in Madras Medical College.
What about you, Meeta?
I'm doing my MD Community Medicine at St. John's Medical College, Bangalore.
So I just wanted to ask you a few things. You all have worked with COVID patients, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to know a few things like, what are the most crucial moments that you have faced while treating COVID patients?
I think it's been a totally, no matter how much you talk about it, it's not been something you can really prepare yourself for, to be very, very honest. I mean, we've had lots of talks about it, lots of preparation and all that, but it's been quite a, eye-opening experience in so many ways. The first wave was, perhaps a lot more, felt more prepared to handle. In that way, I think it was too much of a shock, to be very honest, the second wave, the way it came and the way it hit. All that. A lot of new experiences, right from, right from the wearing and the donning and the doffing of the PPE to, handling the patients per se and the follow-up of those patients. In so many ways, it was new. So I think it all boils down to, the support that you have, both from your family side and your friends. You have some sanity around you to help you go through this this thing.
So what about you, Meeta?
And talking about experience during the pandemic, so my field is something which is very community and outreach oriented. So we had to go out into the field, into the community and do surveillance, screening right from the time the first case, happened to be noticed. So even small instances like, sharing tables with people who go out for surveillance like us at the dietary, people refused to sit with us because they thought we would be spreading COVID. Okay. So I think it starts from there, the stigma. And the point when there was lockdown and only we were working, it was quite sad because autos wouldn't let us in because they were scared we would spread this disease. So we had to face a lot of stigma as a part of the whole pandemic. I think that was the first challenge that I felt personally. And from where we started to where we are right now, where we have vaccinations and we're trying to promote vaccination and preventive measures rather than curative measures, I think we've come quite a far way. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
So what was the difficulty that you faced while wearing the PPE kit, especially for long hours? How did you feel?
Initially, it was very hard because you can't take things in. You can't take even your phone in. You don't have any articles. You just have to, sandwich your phone in some Ziploc cover and sellotape it and go. And you had all kinds of stuff. So you had only that phone and a pen. You carry it inside, and when you come out, you just bring those to work. So it's the only things you carry on. And in that, the problem is you had to communicate with a lot of people. So if you're in a ward, you have to communicate with another ward to see the vacancies over there, to transfer patients and stuff like that. And we do it with that sandwiched phone in a relatively less signal area. So it had its own issues. So I think at the end of the day, it's a lot of serious stuff, but it's how you take it personally. You just say, okay, I'll do whatever best I can in the 6 hours that I can and keep my sanity to myself was the lesson at the end of the day.
It's not easy being in there and then breathing in that attire. And people, the patients and the attenders, they wouldn't really hear what you're saying within that PPE. So you need to talk 3 times your normal decibels, nearly yell so that they get at least half of what you're saying.
And I would like to ask you something else. Like, what if you would like to tell the Michaelites or maybe anyone who's going to watch this, what exactly would you tell them regarding the COVID situation? Because everywhere there's only panic, So what would you like to tell them?
I think right now the situation seems to be relatively under control because we've watched the trends over the last 1 month in our hospital. So we had like a whole tower block. We had 3 tower blocks in Rajiv Gandhi Hospital. The third tower block is totally dedicated to COVID, which is like an 8-floor building. And that 8th floor was completely full at one point of time with like 35 ambulances waiting outside on the road, waiting to be fixed. That's how it was at the peak of the pandemic. And now it's just come down to 1 floor, 4 wings. So it's definitely under control right now.
Thank you so much, Guhen and Minita, for your time.
Greetings to all Michaelites. I presently work for the Cancer Institute as a professor in surgical oncology for the last 20 years. One of our campuses is right next door to the school, and I'm sure most of you have seen it. The topic being the COVID pandemic. As a medical professional, I would like to share with you some messages on the COVID pandemic. The COVID pandemic caught us all by surprise, the lay people and the medical professionals. But we were quick to understand the pandemic and make changes, and today I can say that we are almost back to our normal selves, our normal routines. Initially, it was such a shock that we all did not have regular work. We closed down the hospital completely, excepting for emergencies. But as we understood the course of the disease, we knew the correct treatment to be done for the patients. Things began to look much brighter. Today, work is almost as usual with slightly less crowds, but we are confidently able to treat the patients both for the cancer and for the COVID. The good takeaways from this pandemic are that it has definitely taught us to spend more time with families, pursue our hobbies, and look beyond the mundane work. I would also like to say that we have to learn to live with COVID, because COVID is not going to vanish or disappear next year or later this year. It is likely to become an endemic disease, which means it will be simmering in our population. There would be small pockets of infection, and probably we'll probably need to take the vaccine every year or slightly before a year. I would also like to stress upon the need for COVID appropriate behavior. By that I mean that we should always mask up when we are going out of our houses, maintain social distancing, avoid overcrowding, and for the eligible population, and when the vaccine is available, everybody should vaccinate, because only as a community we can fight and reduce the bad effects of the COVID infection. So in conclusion, I would like to tell you that it has been tough times for everybody, but let's take the positive side of it and keep moving on and learn to live on with COVID. Thank you.
Greetings everyone, this is Dr. Shantini Ajay. Now I'll be talking about my experience during my COVID duty. When COVID was first introduced in this world, no one would have ever thought it would have such a disastrous impact on all of us. A large proportion of the healthcare professionals started experiencing symptoms of insomnia, depression, anxiety, etc. For me, I had a duty daily for a 7-day stretch, which was followed by a week of quarantine later, and the shifts varied from morning, afternoon and night. Unlike most of the doctors, I didn't live in any separate apartment or in a hotel. I came from my home, but I isolated myself in a particular room. Even food was provided at the doorstep, which I would collect with the gloves and mask on and eat it with the doors closed. I led a life of a virtual family member. Like, I spoke only through video call to my family even when we were under the same roof. The two most important fear factors for me were the rise in anxiety level, as there were high chances for my family to be infected through me, and the other one of course being the long working hours with the PPE kits. It's like when we wear it, we can't remove it for the next 6 hours or so, and we can neither eat or drink water or use the restroom as long as we are wearing it. And of course, adding to the irritation is the sweat and the glasses fogging up due to these PPE kits. And then but due to this good workplace environment and supportive colleagues and the thankful faces which leave the hospital, that made me going. Just like everyone, the important lesson I learned during this pandemic was to count my blessings and realized how noble this profession was. After all this tussle, it's still depressing to see people not following these safety precautions. We on the healthcare side are putting our full effort to protect us all, and we hope someday, one day, we will triumph over this virus and live mask free.
Hi, I am Dr. Aishwarya, ENT surgeon. I'm so glad to have this opportunity to address you all as an ex-Michaelite from there to here. So I'll just quickly tell you guys about all the difficulties we face. That's what they had asked me to talk about. So to start with, PPE itself is a very suffocating process of getting inside the whole, this whole thing. I've just removed my hood and kept it apart. But to start with, the process of seeing the patient becomes so difficult for us with the whole, PPE. It is very difficult for us to even breathe inside. We don't get to use our restrooms. We don't get to go anywhere. It becomes the daily, even the normal routine becomes a very big task for us. I just want to tell you guys one thing. COVID is not yet over. It is still existing. So please stay home and please be safe. Don't let us go through this, and I don't want you all also, the public also, to go through such a difficult situation inside the world. Trust me, people inside are suffering so much, and it is so difficult mentally and physically for them to sustain and get out of this whole situation and disease and everything. So stay inside and stay safe, and thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. Bye.
Hi, I'm Lavanya.
And I'm Ram.
We're both proud and alumni of this great institution, St. Michael's Academy, and we're here to share the work we did during these pandemic times.
My wife Lavanya and I run a real estate company. Like any other company, we found it difficult to operate during the lockdown. So we had enough time in our hands and we wanted to help the people. So I was getting a lot of requests from our known circle for arranging hospital beds. So during the first few weeks, we were able to help them out, identify some hospital beds through our known contacts. But as time progressed and the demand for the cases started increasing, we found it really difficult to arrange for hospital beds, and we were unable to help them in any way.
Earlier, when the vaccination drive was introduced in India, it was not very streamlined, and scheduling a slot online was very difficult for the common man. So we thought maybe we could venture into that area and help our friends and family initially to schedule vaccination slots for them.
So we started off with creating more awareness within our friends and family, and scheduling appointments in private hospitals during a time where everybody was finding it difficult to book a slot.
So as we were scheduling 3 slots for friends and family, it was going smoothly and encouraged us to expand our circle, and probably we thought we could help the general public too. So we got acquainted with some corporation officials and hospital staff and some like-minded volunteers, and we started organizing vaccination camps for the general public.
So my team started associating with the corporation people, so basically the Greater Corporation of Chennai, and we conducted multiple vaccination camps throughout the city. And also we conduct a vaccination camp for an educational institution in Chennai, and we tied up with the Fortis Malar Hospital to conduct a few vaccination camps in Adyar, as well as a couple of manufacturing companies in Oragadam and Sriperumbudur. And also we reached out to the Director of Public Health, and we organized a vaccination camp for 3 villages in Chennai. So we tied up with the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board, and we conducted 3 vaccination camps in the city. So overall, we were able to get more than 2,000 people vaccinated, mostly who are not known to us, and we are happy that we were able to contribute in some way.
The social media helped us greatly to reach out to these people, and basically doing all this made us immensely happy to have been a small part of the great helpers of this society who have helped so many people in these COVID times.
We thank our team as well as the hospitals and also the number of volunteers who are involved in this, and it was not just an individual effort.
As ex-Michaelites, we should not forget to mention how our school has inculcated in us a very important quality of receiving to share, which is our motto, and I'm sure we've tried to do it in our very small way. So I encourage all of you to come together, no matter who you are or what you do, to do a very tiny bit and help us all fight the COVID pandemic situation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi and good morning everyone. I'm Deepa and I'm an ex-Michaelite. I'm currently pursuing my MBBS internship at ESIC Hospital KK Nagar. And first of all, a very happy St. Michael's Feast Day to everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the principal and vice principal, all my teachers. I'm currently doing my internship and I thought I would like to share a few of my experiences with you as a young doctor. Being a good doctor is not only gaining the curricular knowledge, but it also involves having an impeccable presence of mind, good communication skills, and most importantly, a lot of patience. And my school has played a very indispensable role in inculcating all these good qualities in me, and I am forever grateful for that. But the road to becoming a doctor is not an easy one, especially given the current scenario with COVID-19. It is all the more challenging. One of the biggest challenges that I faced in this pandemic was to shift from my home to the hostel, even though my home was just 20 minutes away from the hospital, and also wearing the N95 mask about 13 to 14 hours every single day. Constant wearing of this mask has led to the development of mask acne all over my face, and also the development of dark lines because of the constant pressure of the mask against my face. Especially today, I have an accentuated dark line and flaring up of all my mask acne because I just finished a 36-hour duty and I almost wore my N95 mask continuously for about 24 hours. But despite all this, I still continue to rigorously follow all COVID appropriate behavior because I know that's the only way to beat this virus and protect myself and my family. It's been almost 2 years since the beginning of this pandemic, and there is still so much for us to learn about this virus. I have seen so many patients succumb to this virus, and a majority of the patients who are treated and cured came back to us a few months later with long-term complications like increased fatigability, breathlessness, body pain, new onset diabetes, excessive hair fall, and the list goes on and on. So I would like to tell you one important thing, and that is prevention is better than cure, always. So I would like to share with you 3 things that I think are important in this pandemic. The first one is SMS. Sanitize your hands, wear your mask properly, and socially distance yourself. And please, don't bring your hand to your face and touch it all over your face or on your mask. Make a conscious effort to prevent your hand from touching your face. And as you keep practicing that, it will become like muscle memory. The second thing is vaccination. Remember that the vaccine does not mean you will not get the disease. The vaccine only helps to reduce the chances of you getting a very severe infection. So just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you can roam around mask-free. The third thing is, please be compassionate and kind to your fellow beings in these difficult times, because there are a lot of people around us who are in really a large amount of stress because of this virus, and they are affected physically, emotionally, socially, financially. So let us do our part by generously helping the people around us and helping them to come out of this virus successfully so that we can all come out of this pandemic together. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I'm Sushant Simons,
batch 2016 passed out, and for the past 1 year I had seen many pets being abandoned during the COVID situations. As we all know, we are facing a crisis because of the COVID situation, and people are economically pulled to a worse situation, and we all have been suffering. These voiceless creatures don't even have the ability to turn up, open their mouth and ask what they need, what they want. So that made me feel very bad. And we were feeding about 10 to 20 dogs per day, and that became a regular practice for us. And these dogs, they started waiting for us, literally waiting for our food. And once they hear the noise of our vehicle or anything, all their attentions get seek towards us, and that really is, I'm really speechless about the experience that I had been facing for the past 1 year.
Ex-Mykelite. I've passed out in the batch of 2015. Now I am a diet coach in Healthify Me, and I also do personal consultations. I thank the school management for giving me this opportunity. I have provided diets for many therapeutic conditions as well as COVID affected people. So I would like to tell you all something. When you're affected with COVID, do not panic, because when you panic, everything goes haywire. So all I could say is that just treat it like a normal viral fever and everything will be all right for you. Just 14 days of quarantine and then you are absolutely fine. The most commonly asked question to me is, what exactly do we eat during COVID? So during the active and the latent phase of COVID, I would suggest to have more amounts of protein in your diet, because obviously we'll be having fever, so our muscles would get wasted because of high metabolism. So therefore, increase your amount of protein intake in your diet along with vitamins and minerals, which needs to be included either in the form of food or supplements. If you are a vegetarian, you could include a lot of dals and pulses. You can make them in the form of soups and mix it with your rice and have it. Or if you are a non-vegetarian, you could have chicken soup along with rice. This would help to increase your protein intake and also have moderate carbs and fats at the same time. In addition to this, protein supplements could also be included in your diet. So you can get even the protein supplements that you get in your pharmacies, or you can get it from the sports stores. The next most commonly asked question to me is, what do people eat around you because you're affected with COVID and they should not get it from you? So these things are very simple. You can just take a walk to your kitchen and you will find them there for sure. This is most common in everyone's household. Some foods like, garlic, ginger, turmeric, pepper, basil leaves. You just walk to your garden and every household would have tulsi leaves. If not, do get a sapling. It's very cheap as well. And also, not to forget vitamin C rich foods like for example sweet lemon, orange, amla, kiwi, lemon, and even peach. All these foods are rich in vitamin C, so you can have it. And these vitamin C is basically an antioxidant, so definitely it will help you come out of COVID and recover faster as well. It will help boost your immune system. I will not say that it will definitely boost up your immune system immediately. No, but on the long run, when you have all these foods in your daily diet, it will improve your immunity system on the long run and hence protect yourself from the virus.
Music is a language of the spirit. It opens the secret of life, bringing peace, abolishing strife. Music is a literature of the heart. It commences where speech ends. Now we have a song for you.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking
Successful people maintain good habits that go hand in hand with success in every area of endeavor which develops a reputation. May I request our Honorable Chief Guest to address our dear Michaelites on this special day.
Respected Principal, Brother Thomas Pushparaj, Vice Principal, Brother Isidore Turkey, respected teachers, respected non-teaching staffs, and my beloved parents and the lifeline of my alma mater, St. Michael's Academy, beloved students. Hi, hello, Vanakkam, Assalamu alaikum. May the peace, mercy and blessings of Almighty be on all of you. It's an honor and a pleasure for me to be part of this special occasion celebrating the feast day of St. Michael's. I remember with so much of happiness, pride and nostalgia the great days I spent studying in St. Michael's Academy. Never in my dreams have I ever thought that I will be representing the government of Tamil Nadu in the Waqf board, and especially during the COVID times, be in those COVID warriors team headed by the Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu and helping people through the Greater Chennai Corporation helpline. I'm very humbled to say that I was part of that, and I owe it to my alma mater, St. Michael's Academy, what it taught me. Being the daughter of the Muslim League leader Abdul Samad, who was a member of parliament, and the granddaughter of Maulana Abdul Hamid Bakavi, the first person to translate the Quran in Tamil, it was really a surprise and a jerk to many people to note that this Muslim League leader's daughter going to a co-education school. When he was interviewed and he used to be asked, my father, and they used to question him, how could you send your daughter to a co-education school? And he would always say, I remember, I am humbled to say this, he would always say, I trust my daughter and I trust St. Michael's. That is the pride we have for St. Michael's. I owe so much to what I have learned during my school days. I am thankful to the principal, Brother Francis Xavier and Brother Berkman Attakat, and all my wonderful teachers, my gurus, who taught the value of life, who taught the value of being a good human being. We used to volunteer as scribes for the blind school associated with St. Michael's, and those days when we used to be as volunteer, I think somewhere down the line it imbibed that value of what it is for us to see, what it is for us to hear, what it is for us to understand and write what we want to. Those values which we learned in St. Michael's has helped, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic situation, where we stood up, and I can tell you, I stood up for the cause of those of underprivileged, the deprived, the poor, and those destitute. My beloved students of St. Michael's Academy, when we take pride of studying in the best school, it is our duty to be the best citizen also. So on this feast day, as I'm congratulating all of you, when we are celebrating this wonderful academy, it is our duty to pray for the founders, for all the principals, vice principals, teaching and non-teaching staffs, and it is our duty that we make them proud, but by what we become in our life. Wishing you all the best. Happy feast day. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be celebrating along with you. Looking forward to many more such occasions. See you. Bye-bye.
Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's time to acknowledge and appreciate those people who have been a source of strength and support in conducting today's program. May I call upon Tejashwini of 5A to propose the vote of thanks.
A warm and graceful morning to RDF alumni, respected principal, vice principal, parents, teachers, and my dear friends. I, Tejashwini, on behalf of St. Michael's Academy and the entire fraternity of our institution, first of all, extend my most sincere thanks to the Almighty God. I am immensely thankful for the alumni of our institution. Our alumni have established themselves as successful individuals in almost every field of their lives, and we could not be any prouder. Thank you all for your time and sharing your experience during these challenging times. A special mention to our respected principal Principal Brother Thomas Pushparaj for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best. With a deep sense of appreciation, we thank the people who work behind the scenes to make this event happen. Thank you.
Good morning and a happy feast of St. Michael's to all of you. In honor of the feast of St. Michael's, many thoughts and virtues come to my mind. But as a message, exclusively I wish to mention about the 4 virtues which were very much prevalent in the Archangel St. Michael's. The first virtue, protector of Israel. Michael is mentioned once in the book of Daniel. His name is invoked by the angel Gabriel as one of the chief princes who helped Gabriel overcome strong opposition from the prince of the kingdom of Persia. Our society is becoming more vulnerable. Day in and day out, we are witnessing in the media. Women, small children, elderly ones, and even the adults are feeling very unsafe because of many rampant social evils existing in our society. The moment we step out of the house, we begin to worry whether we will be able to get back home safely with all our belongings. Pope Francis once mentioned, each of us has a vision of good and of evil. We have to encourage people to move towards what they think is good. Everyone has his own idea of good and evil and must choose to follow the good and fight evil as he conceives them. That would be enough to make the world a better place. Dear teachers, parents, and well-wishers, within our capacity, let us take a pledge to protect our society whenever, wherever, and whichever way we can. The second virtue is leader of God's armies. In the book of Revelation, Michael is mentioned as the one who led God's angel when war broke out in heaven. This led to later iconic depictions of Michael as the victor over Satan, represented as a dragon. Our communication is wireless. Our transaction is cashless. And the bad influence of media on our younger generation is matchless. As a result, many children and adults are directionless. And so I am not surprised to say I am speechless. It is said, where there is no vision, the people perish. But then the question is how we are going to play the role of adults as guiding light to guide, motivate, and lead them in the right direction. The third virtue is agent of healing. In Christian tradition, Michael is an agent of healing, and many shrines and sanctuaries for the sick were built in his honor. During the Middle Ages, Michael's intervention was credited with ending outbreaks of plague. We come across so many neglected, abandoned, unloved, and uncared people due to the numerous reasons which have created a sort of deep wounds in the people. It is said, one wounded animal wounds the other. With those kind of wounds, people are moving around. As an adult, let's try to become more sympathetic in the society. Anne Frank has said, the best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely, or unhappy is to go outside somewhere where they can be quiet, alone with the heavens, nature, and God. Because only then does one feel that all is as it should be and that God wishes to see people happy amidst the simple beauty of nature. I firmly believe that nature brings solace in troubles. Our individual aim should be to pausing and saying a small hello to them, which will definitely bring them some sort of relief and healing in them. And the last virtue is bestower of mercy. Christian legends gave Michael the role of custodian of the dead and dying. In this capacity, he is said to visit the dying, mercifully giving them a final chance to repent and to bear the souls of the dead to heaven for judgment. The world is considered as a global village. Thanks to the arrival of internet, with which we are able to connect to so many people, but the fact of the matter is that despite all these, people do experience loneliness and unloved. So much so, when we are really in need of someone, the required help doesn't reach to us on time. As Martin Luther King Jr. says, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. We need to make an attempt to leave our comfort zones in reaching out to them and showing mercy and compassion to the deserving ones in the society. Thank you and have a blessed day.
A good teacher is like a candle which consumes itself to light the way for others. Our retired teachers have guided us through an example, inspired us with passion, and have left an indelible mark on the future and have touched the human soul. We now have our retired teachers wishing us on the feast day of St. Michael.
ஈன்ற பொழுதின் பெரிதுவக்கும் தன் மகனை சான்றோன் என கேட்ட தாய். அழகான திருக்குறள் இது. இதன் பொருள் என்ன தெரியுமா? ஒரு மகனை பெற்ற பொழுது ஒரு தாய் அடையும் மகிழ்ச்சியை விட அவனை ஊரார் நல்லவன், வல்லவன், சான்றோன் என சொல்லும் பொழுது அந்த தாய் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைவாளாம். We too feel the same for you, dear children. No matter however grown you are always our children. And we teachers feel the same for you. When you were young students, you brought many laurels to the school. But even after leaving the school, you are holding on to the virtues you have learned. You are proving our school motto, receiving to share, is something really great. We feel very happy and we feel very proud to hear that you are doing such great service to the needy society during this pandemic, dear children. A meaningful life is not about being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It is all about being real, being simple, humble, helpful, and touch the lives of others. We are doing this, children. We are very happy about it. May the good Lord bless you abundantly, grant you good health, peace of mind, and fulfill all the desires of your heart. May St. Michael protect you from all the snares of this evil world. Feast day wishes to you, dear brothers, teaching and non-teaching staff, and all our dear Michaelites. Dear brother, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be with you all on this great day. Thank you.
Dear brothers, Michaelites, and my dear teachers, wishing you all a very happy St. Michael's Feast Day celebrations. May God bless you with all positive things in life. Have a great day. Be blessed. Be safe.
Good morning to one and all at St. Michael's. I am happy to wish Brother Thomas, the principal, the vice principal, Brother Isidore, all my colleagues, and all the Michaelites a very happy feast. I also thank the committee members for giving me this opportunity of wishing all of you on this great occasion. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed. Thank you.
Happy Feast Day! Happy Feast Day!
Colossians chapter 3 verse 23 and 24. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. 2 Chronicles chapter 15 verse 7. Take courage, do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. Amen.
The greatest sacrifice is when you sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of someone else. We are indebted to you, dear Corona warriors, for providing the ideal service to our nation during this pandemic. We are safe and sound because of your selfless sacrifice. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge. A big salute to all of you from all the Michaelites. Happy Feast Day to all.